loves. So today's video will be things I've realized in my 30s, of course, if you've seen the title, or my early 30s. So yeah, we're gonna get right into that video. So I did write these down, so if I look down, that's what I'm looking at and things like that. So we're just gonna get started. And the first one is, I am actually fine with not being liked. It took me a while to get here, but because of, I guess, what I hold spiritually, I have not really been liked, and I've always been misunderstood throughout my life. So I'm at the point now, I don't even mind it. I mean, if everybody likes you, then that's not really a good thing. So we're gonna go on to the next one, and it is, I actually don't mind not being invited. And honestly, I probably wasn't even coming anyway. I don't know. I'm one of them people, I really don't get invited to a lot of things. I guess people probably, this been happening since I was a child, but I guess now they realize I'm not gonna ask LaShonda because she's not even gonna come anyway. So yeah, I don't know. I probably wasn't even coming anyway. The next one is, I actually don't want a neutral home. Like I am one who likes the white cabinets and all that, the fine, people call it sterile looking cabinets. I like white cabinets, but as far as my furniture, I think I've gotten away from wanting all white. And I think I kind of got away from it even before having my child, because honestly, y'all, white furniture and white decor, it gets dirty. It's like you can see all of the dirt on the furniture and things like that. So I don't want a neutral home. I don't enjoy Instagram. If you guys know me, you would know this. Like, if you've been following me for a while and things like that, I'm not an Instagram person. I don't scroll on Instagram. I'm not really into Instagram. I don't know. Maybe I need to get past that or figure out, see what that's about. The next thing is, half the time I don't understand shade being thrown until months or years later. I love that for my nervous system, y'all. Like, I guess I always talk about me being neurodivergent. I don't really understand jokes until it doesn't even matter. When I realize that someone was trying to joke about me or joke towards me, I don't really catch on until I'm not around that person, or like if it's a video and they were trying to be shady, I don't really catch on to the shade until later. And that's actually good for my nervous system, so I'm not mad at that. The next thing is, there are people who are extremely invested in people they don't like. Now this, y'all, I do not understand. Like, if you don't like someone, like, why are you stressing yourself out and just constantly checking in on that person when in your heart you don't like them, but maybe you love them? I don't know. I never did understand that. I'm not one to follow or keep tabs on people I don't, even if I just don't talk to you, I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm not keeping tabs on you. Like, I'm not consuming my life with someone I don't like. It's kind of concerning. The next thing is, people would believe a lie before the truth. Now, honestly, I don't follow Aaliyah, But Aaliyah talked about this, and it was very helpful. And she, I agree with where she was coming from. You don't want to be in the habit, especially with doing social media. And I'm paraphrasing. Go to her TikTok. She talked about it on her TikTok. But don't get in the habit of defending yourself. And somebody in the comments said, once you start to defend yourself, you've already lost at that point. And I actually agree with that. So, I mean, this is how I think in my mindset, but I did see a video on TikTok that came down my feed, and Aaliyah was talking about this, which is very helpful for people who are seeking to grow on social media. And with social media, people are going to say things, and you don't want to get in the habit of trying to prove yourself and then you expose sensitive information, which is what she was talking about. The next thing, and I'm talking about Aaliyah's face. The next thing is no one cares which is the friend thing. Like, no one really cares. And honestly, I'll be honest about this. I used to hear people talk about this all the time, and I think because my trauma, it kind of did something in me, but I'm far healed from that. But yeah, people don't care. And then the people who are, like I said, consumed, they may not even like you, and them not liking you doesn't even matter. I mean, they're just one person. I always talk about that. They're just one person. I mean, at the end of the day, no one cares. So pursue your dreams. Do what the Lord told you to do. Follow your heart, and, make sure it's locked in with Christ. But do the things that you want to do. Be bad at it. Who cares? The next thing is, most people don't dislike you. They dislike the light that you hold. And like I said, I am far too familiar with this. I don't know, even before I really gave my life to Christ, I guess I hold a spiritual light within me, and I'm sure a lot of people do. But I have not been a person who has been liked. Even if I be quiet and I don't say nothing and I give nobody a reason to dislike me, people just don't like me. I guess they think, I don't know what people think, but I don't know, jealousy, comparison. Maybe they find me beautiful, which I'm flattered, but I don't know. I never been liked by the masses, put it like that. Hopefully on YouTube I can grow and, I find my people. But yeah, I've never really been a person who was liked by everybody. I'm going to keep going. It's not my responsibility to manage how other people feel about me. And I will elaborate on this because I want to please God. So I'm not saying this in a way like I'm going to be a poopy person, and if people don't like me, that's not my problem. That's not where I'm coming from with this one. This one more so is people who just don't like you. Like people who, yeah, they just don't care for you, and their feelings towards you, maybe envy, coveting, or whatever feelings they may have towards me that are not provoked by myself. It's not my responsibility to manage that. They need to manage that on their own. The next thing is, people would rather be in cliques for the aesthetic than be alone. And I did add alone and in their word, and in communication, relationship with God. Y'all, yes, I have been understanding that community is very important. Yes, community is important, but you need to not want to be friends with people just because they look pretty. Now, don't get me wrong. I want friends, and I didn't mention this, I want friends who are beautiful. I believe that everybody is beautiful, but you got to be confident in who you are as a person, because I contrary to what people may believe, I'm me, and I love to look good in my own way. I love to look in the mirror and I think that I look good. Not in an arrogant way, but I am a confident person. Really, like, I look in the mirror and I think I'm beautiful. Nobody have to tell me that. Not even my husband, even though it's nice when he tell me that, but he knows I don't need that. I find my own self attractive and things like that. And I don't have a need for big groups of people. Even when I do get friends, I want genuine friends. Now, that group of friends ended up being a big one, fine, it's authentic, but I don't just want pretty people around me. Because I found out that some pretty people are empty. I mean, for whatever reasons, a lot of us have trauma, and a lot of us have trauma that's unmanaged, or we just have to work on ourselves and things like that. So I don't want a whole bunch of people around me just because they're beautiful, which I do want beautiful friends. The next thing is I need to gatekeep my day against spiritual pollution and physical pollution. Now, I will explain this because I did get this, I think, off TikTok. No, it wasn't TikTok. Actually, I do quotes on my TikTok, but I posted that we need to gatekeep we need to gatekeep our whole day and just our life in general to maintain our peace. But this comes from that, like, we need to gatekeep our day from false information and just lies and things like that, just so that we can have the most peaceful day that we desire. All right, moving forward. People are entitled to feel how they want to feel. Me and you are entitled to feel how we want to feel. And yeah, that I don't think it's no need to elaborate on that one. But yeah, that's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much. Again, if you have made it this far in this journey, or if you're new, I would like for you to follow and engage in the content that I'm putting out, just so that I can see what my new audience wants to see from me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Oh yeah, I don't say this no more, but remember, no one can be you like you, and that's power in that. All right, bye.